We just had a visit from the Icelandic customs and they cleared us in. So now we are taking the Q flag down and hoisting the Icelandic flag up. We are free to roam Iceland.
Woohoo! Welcome back to Adventure Now in the windy town of Vopnafjordur in Iceland. This is a lovely, clean, quiet town, but we were lucky to find a space in the fishing harbour because the yacht harbour was full. Bloody tourists. Let's just hope the Icelandic trolls scare them away, although these ones have already been caught by the sunlight and turned to stone. Iceland is full of legends and folklore. The trolls are one, but another depicts a fire-breathing dragon that used to swoop over the mountains here towards any vessel approaching the harbour. Its aim was to scare all visitors away. However, with the onset of wokeness and the illogical paranoid fear of offending anyone, the misogynistic dragon was cancelled. And now, as can be seen from the yacht harbour, anyone is welcome. I don't understand pronouns or what I'm supposed to say. I don't have time to learn a new gender every single day. But everyone's free to imagine and identify as they choose. My identity is freedom, and as such I'm cutting loose. Vopnafjord was cold with the chilly north wind blowing, but when it departed, so did we. I'm afraid we excluded you from our last sea voyage. We came all the way from the harbour over in the corner to this wooden jetty here, and that was so we could fill up with water. We've been here for a few days now, and we've been joined by a big passenger ship that's ferrying all the people to and from the shore, but we are about to leave, bound for Husavik. Just the same as any other couple, Asha and I have a responsibility to inspire confidence in each other. And although she won't know it until she watches this video, on leaving Vopnafjord, I was feeling uneasy. Lovely, just creeping out of Vopnafjordur. We've really enjoyed it here actually. A nice way to acclimatise to Iceland after our journey up. And now it's time to head on. So until the next time, Vopnafjordur, thank you very much. See you again. The source of my uneasiness is down to the fact that sailing up here is not carefree sailing. There is plenty to worry about, including the awareness that a high degree of self-sufficiency is required. Vopnafjordur has faded into the distance and the misty fogginess. But we are doing well now. We motor sailed out for an hour and a half to get round the headland. The wind sort of bends around the headland and was on the nose, but now we are reaching 5.5 to 6 or so knots, and it's lovely.
It's very nice. I love where we are sailing.
Really good. Could do with some sunshine, some blue sky, but this is Iceland. We don't expect miracles, not all the time. But I learned to live with the worry by remembering that great adventures don't normally happen when you're wearing your comfy slippers. I suppose there are many different ways to spend a Friday night. We are choosing to spend this one round in the headland at Langanes in Iceland. The breeze has picked up, the fog has dropped in, we can't see a lot. Asha is celebrating the fact that she is now on a weekend, but unfortunately she's not feeling too well, so she is hiding out on the floor. I'm going to make some dinner soon. We need to be around this headland by about sort of slack water, which is happening in about 2.5 hours time, so we may be a little bit early, but there's not too much we can do about that, but I don't think it should be a problem. We stick close in, go pretty much on a contour line which takes you half a mile or so away, but if this fog doesn't lift we might not even see it. They say the key to a happy life is balance, and it looks like I found one with joy, excitement, fear and occasional danger. But that's enough about living with Asha. Let's get on with rounding this headland. Just dumping a bit of main sheet out and a bit off the traveller. just because we've got a bit of breeze coming through. I think the waves are always a bit confused around this part of Iceland as well. We just want to make sure we keep high enough so we can bear away around the headland rather than struggle to make it. There's our 66 degrees north glamorous Friday night dinner, and for an Essex boy like me, I love the name of this stuff, Summit to Eat. Alright, want to come round for Summit to Eat?
Excellent. We are approaching the tip of Langanes and we can just make out the silhouette of the land, and to navigate safely around it we have to stay inshore, so we have a twofold concern. One, this is our lee shore, and second one, staying so close to the land, only half a mile away.
Ash has just explained it, but I have to say it does feel so wrong being this close to a big bit of headland like this. Normally you would give it at least 5 miles, but Mike's pilot book is very clear. It shows the Ross form further out, so this is the safe path to go. This is the 3rd time we've been round. The anxiety is still the same. Looking forward to seeing this out of the rear and in our wake. Nice to have that behind us, Ashi.
Absolutely great. Anxiety levels decreased.
Indeed. Everything has calmed down nicely after rounding the headland. Feeling very relaxed now. Asher has gone for some sleep, and I just noticed that we are being overtaken by the very cruise ship that was in Vopnafjordur earlier. I bet they weren't as nervous about going round the headland as we were. Still, I'd rather be on Altor.
I just realized we are in the Arctic Circle because the coordinates are 66 degrees point 33, but we are at 66.40, so ta-da! We are back in the Arctic.
The first time we crossed into the Arctic Circle, there were cheers and raising of glasses to Neptune. Any excuse. And just because we're not doing that this time doesn't mean we're not thrilled to be here. It just goes to show that when you push yourself out of your comfort zone, maybe you do take those comfy slippers with you and you do start to feel more at home. And to me, that's the pure joy of broadening your horizons.
Oh wow!
The virginity is over! Told you you'd get it soon, Rod, and you did. But first one, thank you for jumping on. I'm going to let you swim on.
With my cod.
First time we came in here, it was certainly a bit nicer. We've had a lot of Icelandic cloud and drizzle on the way, and it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. But we've caught a fish, so we've got dinner sorted out, and we're looking forward to get into Husavik, the nice little protected harbour that it is, and we want to seek the bakery out as soon as we possibly can too. So Ash's just getting the fenders sorted out, and then we'll poke our way in, and I think we'll be up against the wall. The lovely port of Husavik, with our friend Mike on Pangi behind. It was great to be back here. But the truth hidden behind editing is that it rained hard for the first 4 days that we were here. It was also freezing cold. But eventually the weather broke and everything started to look rosy again. Sometimes you have to wait a while for summertime in Iceland, but when it comes along, it's awesome. And it was time for a road trip. We have been hunkered down on a boat for 4 days in the rainy, dismal conditions, wondering why the hell we came here. But all of a sudden, things are looking up. We've got the beautiful Lake Mavaten here, and I love the ruggedness. You can see the lava flow behind me, which has cooled over the last, I don't know how many thousands of years. What an amazing place. Where else can you go and see and feel the steam and the heat coming out of the earth? It really is incredible. When I stuck my head down there, my glasses steamed up, and so did the lens of the camera. Poland was on a mission, and she led us straight into the lava field. One thing I have learned is never get between a Polish girl and her crack. Lead the way, dear.
In the making, we are back in the crack.
Back in the crack. Good to be back, isn't it?
Oh, I'm delighted.
Iceland, what a place of extremes. It's been cold, it's been rainy, and it's been miserable. Now the sun is peeking out, and we've descended into the earth to have a lovely natural bath. After the crack, we went to look at the beautiful basalt column gorge. And now we're getting to the parts of Iceland that look largely untouched by human hands. Apart from a few signs here and there. Our awesome Nissan Qashqai hire car took us along the old riverbeds, and then as quick as a flash in this country, the terrain changes, and you're into an arid lava field, looking at the crack of the two continental plates that grind and tear into each other across the entire country. Then, once again, the green, fertile land is abundant before it gives way to a seemingly lifeless, desolate moonscape, and then changes again. You have to hold on tight here. It's a roller coaster. If Iceland is on your bucket list, be sure to tick it off. Delirious from all the sunshine, we wandered into a sanitised tourist area. 2,300 years old apparently, these lava flows. What do you reckon about that?
I wonder, are there any cracks underneath so we can have a little swim?
No, Miss Krasuska, there'll be no such behaviour here. As beautiful as these lava formations are, I draw the line at the tour guides telling a bunch of adults that the mythical mountain Yule lads used to live in this cave and sit on these IKEA chairs. It was just a little too contrived for this 48-year-old. And to be honest, I also balked at the big list of do's and don'ts. I much prefer the opportunity to cock it up for myself. We can't quite get used to the tourist trails. One thing I do think is that you do have the best of both worlds here. If you want to go on these organised tours in these sort of special areas, you certainly can do. But on the other side of the coin, you can just wander off into the outback if you want. I don't know what the Icelandics call it, but you can go off the beaten track and be just you and nature. It's pretty cool. I was just having a moan over the other side about there being some sort of contrived feeling to some of the touristy elements, but the great thing about Iceland is there's something for everyone, a little sort of road trip 5 minutes away, and you can get straight into the non-tourist area, and you can see things like this. And Iceland is currently being very naughty. Someone has told us that there's some eruptions going on deep down on the south coast, and I'm not sure if it's linked, but this place here has been blowing out steam much more than it would normally. Particularly this bit here. Hopefully pretty soon it'll start flaring up again. We are 10 feet beyond the barrier where we should be, and that's as brave as I get, because when it goes, it really goes.
That is really hot.
I mean, the sign says 100 degrees, and when that thing goes off, it shakes, rattles and rolls, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was going to disintegrate, it was shaking so much.
Now this is better. All Darwin Award winner wannabes gather here. You can hear the water and steam boiling in the pipe there. I think she's about to blow. Superheated steam right from Mother Earth. It's incredible.
Been on my mind, sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life.
We came to Namaskard 2 years ago, and we had a look at the sulphur plains only from the ground level, and then we rushed on. But this year we found ourselves exploring, and we hiked the hills overlooking the sulphur plains, and it's just incredible how the sulphur and the bubbling pools of mud are painting those incredible artworks, and the view from here is just beautiful.
Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it now and take my hand.
Beautiful Husavik. When it was raining and cold, we weren't really sure what all the fuss was about. It wasn't as nice as we remembered, but suddenly the sun came out. We had an awesome couple of days on the road, fantastic. And now we've just cast off the lines and we're going out into the sunshine, bound for Flatey Island. So thank you Husavik, until we meet again. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Husavik. Thank you, Summer. Thank you, Iceland, for blowing our minds. And thank you all for watching this episode of Adventure Now. We really hope you enjoyed it. See you again next time. Altor, out. I think I finally worked it out. It smells like farts and wee in an old people's home. And I don't mean any offence by that. I have experience, because my old man, God rest his soul, spent some time in there, and that's what it smells like. I can't show the administration of this product on camera. An Icelandic person told me, you rub this around your balls, it's such amazing stuff, you'll get someone pregnant at 100 metres. Be careful, be very careful. I'm going to go and put it on.